Hi, everyone, and welcome to Computer Science 1. I'm Debbie Sorrentino. I'm the instructor for this class. I have been teaching this class online for over a decade. I think it's a great online class, but as with any online class, the key to success is to start your work early and work diligently until the due date. Um, Submit your assignments on time. Um, don't just choose to not do assignments. That really can be a detriment to your grade. So in this video, I'm going to show you around our course and what you need to know to be successful. So when you get onto our course, you'll always see this home page. There'll always be announcements on here. The announcements are often longer than one line. A lot of times I'll type in the first line, click here to read more, but you'll only see one line. If you click on an announcement, it'll bring you to um, a version of the announcement that's the full version, so you can see the first line plus the body of that as well. You always want to check your announcements. The other thing that is very important in any online course is email. I only have one way to get a hold of you if I need to contact you regarding an assignment, a question, a concern, and I will send you an email to your T-Wolves account. So you need to be checking your T-Wolves email a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week when you're taking an online class, especially this online class. So that's also important. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the home page. If you need any type of support, you can contact SUNY Support Services. You can call them. You could submit a help desk. They can help you with any Blackboard issues that you may have. And I also have a list of all the NCCC policies and resources. So you can take a look at all of these resources if there's any information you need about things like plagiarism, NetTutor, which is a tutoring for online students, the NCCC disability disclosure, where are the computer labs on campus, anything like that. Okay. So that's what you'll see when you enter our class. Again, the most important thing is that you are in this class, at least 3 times a week. It is a 4 credit hour course, and to be successful in this course, you really have to be spending about 8 to 12 hours on the course itself. If you were in the classroom, you'd be 4 hours in the classroom, so you should be spending certainly that much time in there. And if you were in the classroom, you would have assignments outside of class you would need to complete as well. The biggest problem that students typically have is, they're not doing well. They ask me why they're not doing well, and then I see for a module they're only in the class for 45 minutes, and that's generally the problem. Okay, so over here, we have the click here to get started, and I believe everybody has probably done that by this point. So this just tells you how to get started in our class. Again, check the announcements, check your T-Wolves email, and I'll talk about checking the calendar in just a minute. Everybody should have already gone through the course information and syllabus documents. If you've not done that yet, then you should go back and do that now. I'm just going to go in here for a minute. I'm not going to read all the documents to you, but I'm going to talk about a few of them. The textbook, I have spent a lot of time researching the cheapest way for you to purchase the textbook. It is required for the course, and it does come packaged with a code for my programming lab, which will be required for this class as well. So again, you can purchase it on the bookstore. The costs are here for an actual textbook or here for the e-text. Both of these options include the My Programming Lab, or you can purchase it directly from Pearson Education. This is only an e-text option. It is not a physical copy of the book, and the cost you could see here is $96.95. This textbook is used for both Computer Science 1 and 2, so the textbook and the code that you purchase will be good for 1 year. We're also going to be using software called Microsoft Visual Studio Community 2015, and I will explain to you within the modules how to download that and install that software. Please read over the course description and student learning outcomes and the learning module descriptions. They're important for the course. The course schedule or the calendar, you need to be aware of these dates all the time. Whatever is the easiest way for you to do it, if it is for you to print these dates out, take a picture of them, put them on your phone, add them to your calendar, whatever you need to do to remind yourself of the due dates. You'll see that certain dates are certain days of the week you'll have things due. So discussion posts and assignments are due on Friday. The discussion responses are due on Mondays. So the initial post is due Friday. The responses are due Mondays. Projects are due on Tuesdays and quizzes are on Wednesdays. So really, Fridays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you should be looking at their calendar because there's likely something due. My course grading policy is listed here. And you can read through this as far as everything goes, but programming projects, they can be turned in late. If your project is not working, you should contact me and there'll be some further explanation of that before you have a project due. So it's always better to maybe turn it in late and working than on time and not working. There's 5% penalty for every weekday it's late, and I don't accept them 1 week after the due date. Everything else that's listed here, quizzes, assignments, and discussions, are not accepted late. If they are not submitted by the due date, you will receive a grade of 0. Quizzes, every quiz will be open for 24 hours on the assigned date. Once you start the quiz, you have to complete the quiz. You'll have a set amount of time in which to complete it. So you have to be sure that you are, paying attention to those dates. Our final quiz will be worth 2 quiz grades, and I do drop the lowest quiz grade. Okay. And again, I don't want to just read all these to you. You can read this, but you have to make sure you complete this academic integrity assignment. It's required for the course. So you must complete this, and I'm hoping that everyone has done that. And in your next steps, it does tell you to send me an email letting me know that you read all this information. So everybody should have sent me an email already if you've gone through the course information. Let's see. I do want to talk a little bit. I'm going to show you over here. There is a tab at the top, Student Resources and Policies. This is just a page for students. So if you are new to online learning, you really should complete this NCCC e-learning student orientation. It's a great resource, and it'll really help you with Blackboard and help you learn some tips and tricks that'll make it easier to take the class for you. Okay, back to our class. And I'm just going to go 1 second here on the My Institution page as well. This is when you first log on to Blackboard. You do need to make sure that your browser is compatible with Blackboard, so you should have 3 green check marks here. And if not, you can read instructions on how to adjust your browser setting. Okay, so learning modules is where all the content for our course is going to be, and you'll see a lot more on my screen than you'll see. These folders will open as the semester goes on. This is the video you're watching right now, in our first folder, Intro to Programming. But this is where the content is. So this is where you begin. When you start the first module, Introduction to Programming, Well, each of the modules will have a video inside of them explaining that module, the layout of the module, so you'll get more detail when you get into that. The course calendar link is here, and I don't have full semester of dates on here, but as each module opens, I will put due dates out there. You can see that I've started to populate this calendar with the due dates for our first module. So once a module opens, all the due dates for that module will also be on the calendar. Okay, I showed you the course announcements already. That's just another way to get to them. If you need to send me an email, the best way to do it is using this link right here. And when I reply to your email, it will go back to your T-Wolves email, so you need to check for that. There's also an Ask a Question link, and you can click on this and create a thread where you can ask a question that'll be seen by the entire class. And I will answer it there. If you have questions that you just want to ask me specifically, you can, send me an email. It's really personal preference. Your grades are always up to date, so you can always click on this My Grades link. Assignments will be graded within a few days. Quizzes will be graded within a few days. Projects generally take me a week, but once they're graded, you can click on this link and you can see where you stand in this class. All right, just a few additional things here, resources and facts. How to configure, you can look through these, your T-Wolves email if you want to send it to a different email that you use all the time, maybe your phone, your Gmail account. These are my office hours. Students in my online classes are always welcome to come to my office hours. We will have a technical assistant this semester, but I don't have that in place yet. As soon as I do, I will let you know. Looks like I have it in place, but that's from last semester. Answering questions like, can I resubmit an assignment? What to do if you can't get your project to run? What is and is not accepted late? How to edit your Blackboard notifications. Some students like to do this so they get text messages when things are due. So again, that's just a lot of resources that might help you in the class. Again, our e-learning department has support available for you, so you can take a look at that. If you need help using Blackboard at all, you can go in here and find some helpful videos. Atomic Learning is just a tool that we have available to us at NCCC. It's training videos on all different topics, things like, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint. There are some programming things out there. I'm not sure how much help they might be to you, but I just leave that out there as a resource to you. Okay, so that is a little bit about our course. I am always happy to answer questions. So don't hesitate to send me an email if you have questions or concerns at any point in the semester. If you send me an email, you'll generally get a response within 24 hours and usually sooner during the week. Weekends are a little tougher. If I'm available, I will check into the class and will respond to emails. Sometimes I'm a little too busy to do that, but if you send me something over the weekend, I will respond to you on Monday. All right, well, let's get started and enjoy the class. I look forward to working with all of you.